Are you ready for the ultimate bikepacking weekend adventure? Join us for an unforgettable self-supported bikepacking trip through Southwest Virginia. The Grayson Gravel Pie Bikepacking Adventure travels along the Virginia Creeper Trail, the beautiful gravel roads of Grayson County, Virginia, and the New River Trail. All lodging and camping arrangements are included, along with daily routes and guides riding along with you. This self-supported adventure offers resupply opportunities every 20 miles for your food and water needs. Find out more at graveltraveldirt.com.
You're listening to Mid-Atlantic Gravel, Travel, and Dirt.
Hey everybody, I'm Joey.
I'm Brian.
I'm going to do some light therapy while we do this, and I'm Jess.
Everybody, this is episode...
No, we have to record again. I know we were recording.
No, we are recording. It's fine.
Okay.
Just roll with it, baby. Just roll with it.
We have the least professional roll-in to any podcast.
Absolutely.
But
We're like buttering on a roll.
it's not a complaint at all. Yeah.
No, it's perfect. It's perfect because,
This,
we are.
This is Pawnee today.
If you're new here, this is the podcast where we talk about gravel bikes, adventure biking, bikepacking, bike camping, or just playing bikes. And this episode, we are going to take an opportunity to recap an amazing weekend in Rapidan, Virginia at the Dirty Kitten Gralley Cat. Everybody had a good time, right?
It was okay.
It was amazing.
It was awesome.
It was a lot of fun.
Like, I don't know how they plan such magical weekends. They're like, insert magic here. Like, must have magical event here. Like,
My only feedback, Chris and Alex,
Yeah?
is we could have used a concert. That would have been magical. Like over in that field, if we had like
Yeah, it would've
Mandolin
been.
Orange or Chris Stapleton or maybe like
Both of them
Madonna,
together. Yeah, that'd been awesome.
Madonna would have been like headliner. Yes,
All right, we're gonna talk about all that, but before we get there, I got some discount codes to share on either the Salt Stick website or the JoJ website. When you reach checkout, use code LOVEYOUBUY, takes 20% off all your items. Over at Cutaway USA, use the discount code GTD20 to take 20% off your order. And if you're in the market for a new hydration pack, check out Orange Mud. Use the discount code FF23RAINS to take 15% off your order. These discount codes and the links will be in the show notes, and you can find them there. Crack of the week?
it was a twist off PBR.
PBR, and I've went completely the other direction, and I'm having a White Claw. I haven't been drinking at podcasts lately,
Ever.
and I just needed something to wet my whistle.
I had the White Claw in there. I honestly had one of those Lime-A-Ritas, which was like 10% with tequila.
Yeah, that would have been too much. White Claw's not that high.
If I would have had, no, I've already had one.
What is that? It's like 5%, so that's like a light beer.
So if I would have had two,
Uh-huh.
would have been a little messy for Jess later. But I figured a good old PBR. Keep PBR in the fridge.
I didn't know you had PBR in your fridge.
I think it's the last one.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
why you didn't offer it. Let's see how it goes. Is the light too much for you for light therapy?
no, I was going to say, though, at Gralley Cat, we had the cool opportunity to try athletic brewing.
Yes.
So that was a very cool. We should have brought some home 3 for the crack of the week this week.
Should have bought some
But-
today. You can get it at Weiss.
Yep.
I did not know that. We were talking about that I thought you had to mail order that stuff,
Nope.
but
No.
you can buy it.
It
at
was so
grocery
nice
store.
to have a couple drinks that tasted good. It tasted good. What's the thing?
We should
That
get
IPA was better than a regular IPA, if you ask me.
them to sponsor the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
They do a lot of athletic brewing.
Oh,
Yeah, they
let's
do
get hold of that.
Gravel Worlds, and they carries an ambassador or person for them.
Okay,
So
I mean, I could see myself just straight bourbon and athletic. No beer.
Yeah.
Well,
it's good. It's tasty.
Yeah.
And sometimes that is exactly. We were talking about this before with like the low alcohol beers.
I used to
and-
drink O'Doul's in high school at the golf club, at the golf
Mhm.
course bar.
Yeah.
That sucked. But you wanted to be cool.
Yeah, I don't remember that being as tasty as.
Oh
this.
no!
I
I'm
don't
saying
think
it was horrible.
I don't think I've ever had a non-alcoholic beer that has the flavor of the
Athletic
beer.
had it,
Yeah.
and then
Good
Chris from Arlington posted one. I think it was like a raspberry lemonade flavor. Maybe it wasn't that like Gucci, but it's like, dang, that sounds just
Wait a
refreshing.
minute, from Athletic Brewing.
they also make seltzers.
Maybe that's what he had.
Oh, I didn't. check out their whole lineup here on their
Well, I'm addicted to SodaStream, but
on their website. Yeah, the SodaStream. I made a mistake of putting a SodaStream bottle in the dishwasher. I know you're not supposed to do that. I got yelled at. That's okay. It happens all the time. Okay, so let's dive into Gralley Cat. Now, y'all went out on Saturday night.
Yes.
So your weekend was a full weekend.
oh yeah,
Well, I was actually supposed to go up on Friday
Okay.
and stay with the cat team and help out. I had a terrible day at school on Friday, and I could not get myself together on
Oh,
Friday or
stinks.
Saturday.
Mhm.
So I did wait until Joey got off of work on Saturday to head up to
Okay.
the Gralley Cat.
So
we had a great sushi night on the couch.
your intent was to go up on Friday, though. and it
Yes,
just
my
didn't.
intent was to get up early and go either Friday night or Saturday morning.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my intent.
We've had Chris and Alex on to talk about the venue before, but I think until you go and experience, you really can't get a full understanding of what it is that they've got going on out there. Really cool venue and setting. Now, what was up with the little cabin? Because I came in Sunday and
That's
it was
where
like
Madonna's supposed to do her makeup before her performance.
next year.
The cabin's nice inside.
Yeah, the cabin is nice inside. I don't know who actually owns the cabin, but we know that during the day, they can't get on the course until like noon because they're doing turkey shooting on the course.
Okay.
So Alex
turkey
and
season.
Chris
Spring
are
turkey
able to get out afterwards and to get on the course.
Okay.
Because I think you have to remember that all those little lanes were marked
Mhm.
because they aren't real roads.
Right.
So they have to, Chris actually makes the map. Correct me if I'm wrong, Joey.
I mean, they're real roads. They're. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, they're roads, but they give them the names.
Yes.
They put the names.
Yes. So
I mean, there might actually be a GTD lane.
Because
there could be.
it's just a bunch of farm roads that crisscross through the property, and
Correct.
what a maze and a network. It would be very easy to get lost in there, wouldn't it?
Very much
Holy
so.
cow!
Very much so.
All roads lead to Kitten Crusher,
Oh, yeah, all roads lead away from Kitten Crusher too.
and a river runs through it.
Okay, so what happened Saturday night? Was it just like
So Saturday night, it was some of the Dirty Kitten members, and they helped Alex and Chris set up. Chris and Alex are busy the entire time. The girls like set up the drinks and they got the tables ready.
They were cutting trees up when we.
They did course recon the day before. They went out for a ride and moved sticks and things like that. So that was Saturday.
How many kittens are in the litter? That seems like everywhere I look, there's more cat ears now popping up everywhere.
Yeah, so I think that's really cool. Is
There's little kittens.
there were people on course riding with cat ears that I didn't know of, and I was just like, "You're perfect." Like, I was just like saying like cat puns the entire time. So I don't know how many kittens members there are. I don't know how many cat teams. There are some girls that are like the elite ones that go to like travel and do nationals and stuff like that. And then there's people like me who are a guest rider who support the Dirty Kittens and
you have
everything.
the spirit of gravel.
The spirit of kitten.
Yeah,
The spirit of kitten. Yeah.
Spirit of
you're a good ambassador.
Kitten gravel.
Yes, you may not be going to race cross nationals, but you're the most energetic person at every ride, so you're a good ambassador for the team.
Absolutely.
That was so sweet. Thank you.
It's
but-
very accurate.
When I ride bike events, I know this is going to seem weird, but it's like my teacher comes out and I get to be this true, authentic version of myself that doesn't have anxiety, that doesn't have an eating disorder, that doesn't get caught up in things. When I'm riding my bike, it's like when I'm teaching, I get to have like, it's like pure
You
happiness.
get in a zone.
Absolutely.
Get in a zone.
She
And
says the word
nothing-
friend 700 times.
Nothing else matters to me.
At least.
We ought to like do a over under and actually try to count.
How many times does Jess say?
No,
Hi,
Matt.
friends.
Matt said she needs a shirt that says like high friend, like a GTD high friend shirt, which would be awesome.
And a balloon that she could wear, like be above her head.
No, we could sell at least
That'd be
5
awesome.
shirts.
Yeah,
At least 5.
at least 5.
I'll buy 4.
And I'll buy the other one.
No, so they have like, it's not different levels. It's just like, I guess, different people. And it honestly doesn't matter to me. Like, it honestly doesn't matter if I'm just a guest rider or if I'm an elite rider. Like, I feel like they bring a whole group of women's sportsmanship to a whole new level.
Nice.
And I was trying to explain it to my students. Like, these are females who might work in the bike industry or who might be teachers or who might be graphic or designers and stuff like that. But they all have this like common trend together, which is doing these bike events. And it's so cool to run into another fellow kitten crusher.
Nice.
You know, I think now we should just be called all kitten crushers.
All of them
Like,
should be.
they are all kitten crushers.
Sounds a
So.
little mean.
Oh, like we're
Like a
stepping
kitten
on
crusher.
kits, kitty cats.
Stepping on
So-
cats.
Our HOA
But
might write
the
us up for
coolest
that.
part, I think there's lots of cool parts about being friends with Chris and Alex, but the coolest part is seeing on their course all the like Pacha and like Snowy
Yeah.
and like all these different things that, you know, of course are very important to them.
Mhm.
And I like riding on that road and being like, oh, this is the litter box. Alex and Chris have to probably clean this. And then I'm like going out like, you know, and I think it's like really fun that it's so much of their personality involved in the race.
There's a reason we rode Pacha Lane instead of Feedlot.
Instead of feedlot.
Because of Pacha.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
found the right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's Saturday. Saturday was kind of like
Saturday-
Saturday night was just kind of like you guys got.
we set up right after the storm blew through. We drove through it.
Mhm.
Yep.
We got there. No one was there. I parked illegally. Had to move myself. Leveled the car, and then like timing was perfect because then the sun came out. You saw my picture.
Mhm.
It was absolutely beautiful.
Beautiful. The mountain, the Shenandoah's in the background.
Nice.
We had our Chipotle. We were all set up in daylight. That was my biggest thing.
That's nice to be able to
Then
do
we just
that.
got to relax, and then Chris is running around, and Alex. Chris is out on course a lot, even when we got there. Alex is getting everything ready. Ted shows up. Everyone's trying to help out as much as possible, and then everyone just relaxed for a little bit. And then Matt rolled in. We hung. It was fun. Me and Ted hanging out with Matt for a while.
That's
just
really
three of
nice.
us. But then,
It's nice.
like at 11 o'clock, Chris rolls in after he had stopped over to talk to us really quick because we had our little lights on. And he had his headlamp on, and he took the e-bike, and he was going out to do more stuff on the course.
At 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
I don't think. I mean, you show up and you see all the finished product.
Mhm.
I mean, this is a lot of events. I mean, I know, but you know, seeing Chris go out like at 11 o'clock at night just to make sure it's perfect, and he was like the first person up doing stuff.
And it was so cool to like ask him, like, Chris, what's your favorite part about setting up? And
Like a list of 50 things.
yeah, and that was so cool. Like, right, we go and we get to do all these really cool events, and we get to sometimes talk to the race directors about what they're doing and why. But it's really cool to be there and seeing everything they do so that my weekend can be memorable.
That's true.
Yeah, they do
You
all
know,
that.
They
and
do all of that.
Hundreds of people have a memorable weekend.
Yeah.
But
And
I'm
then
really
you get
most
people like
important,
Bruce
right?
to capture that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so fun seeing Bruce on course.
Okay, so let's Sunday.
Okay, so
Oh, no,
that
I
was
wasn't done
Saturday.
Saturday night, man. When
Are you-
we got wild.
Okay, are you done with Saturday night though? No.
No, it got a little cold. I had like 3 beers, so I had to pee in the middle of the night. I might have peed on the ladder. And then I fell out of my tent. That's how we'll go into Sunday morning. I fell from like 4 steps up, thinking I was one up because I didn't have my glasses on. And that's how Sunday started. And then I got a raging headache from falling that far.
Also, the boys were like talking all around, and
Giggling.
giggling. They had their little Twinkie lights out, like the awning was out, and Joey had his twinkly lights. I couldn't charge my phone because Joey's Twinkie lights ran up all the batteries. However,
It was like 11:30, and then all the lights went out. We're like, all right, we're going to bed. Like all simultaneously, we just got up.
Click.
Yeah. We're like, all right, good night, boys.
Joey did make sure that everybody heard me snoring, and it's not just him that complains about my snoring.
Everybody
So-
snores.
I know it's so
Everybody-
embarrassing.
Everybody's no, it's not. Everybody snores. So Saturday, I really do. I was bummed that I couldn't be there Saturday night, but I'm so glad that I was able to get there for Sunday.
Truth.
Sunday, I fell out of my tent. I started hot water. Ted started making sausage. I made corned beef hash.
Nice.
Chris gave me Tylenol and a can opener in the midst of doing 1,000 things. And everyone just started rolling in. You got the call about cupcakes. We hadn't,
I had to get cupcakes for Matt because it was his birthday.
Yes.
And I was glad I was able to do that too.
Yes, thank you.
I actually plugged in Walmart on route, found the Walmart on the route, bought the cupcakes on my way in. So one more happy belated birthday, Matt.
Speaking sidetrack, as we're going through getting off the 301 bridge where the Walmart is for Dahlgren,
Right?
I was trying to find a Chipotle en route because I hate like getting like really far off.
Oh, I
and back
hate
on.
it too. Yeah.
And as soon as I hit it, there's one in King George or whatever we were, still being built. It's kind of a letdown. It was like 0.1 mile away. I'm like, what the frick? So I pulled in, but we have to ride Dahlgren again soon. There's a Chipotle right there.
Yeah, because it's that's right where the Dahlgren Rail Trail is.
Yeah, because that's the Walmart parking lot.
Right behind the Walmart.
So there's a new Chipotle coming. Anyway.
But it's like 2.5 hours to get out there. So it was a long driving day on Sunday, but it just didn't feel like it. Because, it was just such, what I really enjoyed? Our start wasn't until 10:30, and the way that everybody started it, like these wildly different times, and even in like your little window of time, you started sort of individually. So it was like there was no kind of like rush thing. But I got there like 9 o'clock and was able to just kind of hang out
and a half.
for like and now you didn't have to rush to get set up, anything like that.
I keep seeing comments on our post about people wishing they knew about it. Like the best thing about it is the start time.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of best things about it, but Dan from Jubilee has never done an event before. I kind of told him like this is kind of a little more intimate. There's a few hundred people, and it's you only have to do 20 miles.
Mm-hmm.
You know how many people shy away from events
Mm-hmm.
because you have to do 60 or you have to do 100, and there's nothing wrong with that. But like my friend Chris from up north is him and his wife and daughter. He got his wife and daughter to start riding like yesterday to get ready for next year's Dirty Kitten because he can take his like 10-year-old daughter.
Yeah, there was tons of kids on course.
Kids on
Like
course.
you could do that, and then the worst case scenario is you just ride back.
Yeah.
And that is the most appealing thing when I tell customers and people like Dan. And Dan had an amazing time.
And it was nice that Dan rode with us. The three of us.
Dan wanted to ride solo,
and he was solo, but we all kind of rode together.
We were all team.
Yeah.
But I'm going to agree with Joey. We always recommend, or before we used to always recommend Loudon as being our first,
Great.
which is a great event. We love it. It's a great
I love
event.
Andy.
There's some good climbing, but it's some solid climbing. I mean, the shortest route is still a pretty far route. However, if I knew about something like Gralley Cat with the low pressure and the low stress,
Zero pressure.
zero pressure, zero stress, not having to be right, having to just follow people, just having to make it back to where I started, I would have said Gralley Cat would be our first.
So if folks don't understand the format, let me kind of walk through it. There's two distances, a short, I don't even want to call them a 20 and a 40 because it's a short distance and a long distance. You don't really.
Mike and Pat did like 36 miles, and then there's a guy that borrowed my helmet, did like 50 miles.
Yeah.
And did the same.
It did the same. So basically it's a network of interconnected gravel roads on a farm that's private.
But working.
Which means I think we saw one car.
The entire time.
The entire day. So there's no cars. You have bikes going both directions because it's an alley cat style race where you have different landmarks on a hand-drawn map that is given to you at the start, and you have to determine the direction and how you want to connect the dots, so to speak. So you can go out and go right, go left, go straight, you can go any which way. But the cool part about that is you see people going both directions all day long. Yeah. It's like you're just out there.
You're hoping you did it right.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's honestly, at the end of the day, it's like really, I guess there were people that were kind of racing it.
Well, there's the Roanoke couple that started behind us, but like, and I kept seeing them multiple times, like, they're not reading the map right. Like,
they're not reading the map
right. They were backtracking early on. I'm like, nope.
So we were lucky in that Joey was our navigator. I think you did a fantastic job.
And there was one that I misjudged from last year, but we didn't go all the way down to that out and back. There was the Flowery Field one. Otherwise, everything was great.
Yeah, and that was just like that didn't take long.
No,
it was just a couple of seconds.
It was a 200-yard reroute.
So you either went to the short course locations, which I think really what came down to is there were fewer of those.
No.
Or maybe they were, I don't really know.
What you have to do is to do the long course, you have to do the short course first. And then you turn in that card on Kitten Crusher, and then you get a little list, and then the other ones are punches.
Correct.
So you don't get the punch sheet, so you can't just like ping pong it.
You got to go get all the blues
to do
and go get all the pinks.
Yes.
I did not know that.
Remember, Cress gave us the little punch sheet on the table
in case we wanted to visit some of the other places.
Until you turn in your first round of cards.
Got it. Okay.
Cards are cool.
And then there were little hidden bonuses. Kind of felt like you were playing a video game, and there were little hidden bonuses where you would go and get cards. So at every stop, you get a card. And I
And they're
picked
different cards.
a long time on the Frozen Uno set to get Sven. I went through that box. You weren't down there. You guys probably, that's why you probably came down there.
Rest
Because it
in
was
peace.
taking so
No,
long.
Joey was like, I'm not doing this hell of my single speed.
Because I about killed myself
Getting up there.
getting all. Yeah, that was a climb.
So we haven't talked about that.
We'll get to that.
We'll talk about okay. So that's the sort of the course layout. So it's just this giant like hodgepodge of everybody out there having fun, talking to each other, seeing people, then not seeing people, and seeing people go in a different direction, and then going the same direction at the same time with them. And there was nothing like the Kitten Crusher. That was a beast of a hill. I got about halfway up it before I bailed out.
I used my bike as a walker.
Yeah, and even that's hard though.
It was hard because I was using my brake. I'd push it forward, hold my brakes,
And then pull yourself
pull
up.
myself up.
It's steep.
Yeah.
It was. I was watching my Garmin, and I think it was 20 plus grade, 20%.
I think it'd be
grade.
fun to try on my mountain bike.
You know, I
Where I got some knobby tires, a
Yeah.
50 in the back, a 32 up front.
what happened to me halfway up was the bike started spinning out. I started losing traction, and it just then at that point it's done. You're not going anywhere. But what a fantastic, beautiful weather day we had. I mean,
You get 2 miles in, you turn onto the open farm. It's bluebird skies, it's open fields. The mountains are right there.
white
I
puffy
felt like
clouds.
it reminded me of Dirty Kansas last year, and it reminded me of the same thing this year. And then you roll by the river for a while, which is beautiful. Then you go through a swampy area. Like you see everything.
A
It's
little
like
bit.
4 courses on one.
all wrapped up into one. And we only
That was my favorite thing last year.
I think we had like 18 miles on the day.
Yeah.
So I think we did a
We
pretty
had like
good
a
job.
moving time of an hour 30 and like an overall time of 3.5 because it doesn't
Stop.
matter. Like that's the best thing.
Yeah, that's the beautiful
In your
part
worst
about it.
case, if you're like, oh, we're close on time, you can beeline it back to the start.
Yeah.
Through some way.
And I will say, you picked the absolute perfect because we finished coming off of the Kitten Crusher going down.
Yeah, I didn't want to do that first.
Hill all the way to the finish. That was the
Yeah.
perfect way.
Perfect.
Perfect. See what I did there?
Jess would say.
Perfect way to finish the day.
Yeah.
Just fantastic
Then
time.
we got back. It was a nice, relaxing. I left all the tent set up, so we had our chairs and canopy.
Mhm.
We had Athletic Brewery. We had Matt's birthday cupcakes.
Mhm.
It was Matt's. I think Matt is like me, where I don't like people knowing it's my birthday,
Mhm.
but it wasn't my birthday. So, and then Alex, I told Alex, and Alex got everyone to sing him happy birthday.
That was fun.
And I know he's an outgoing guy. He's also shy at the same time.
Mhm.
But I don't know. I feel like it's a special day.
He's a humble guy. Matt's a humble guy.
And he's not the guy that's gonna like.
Yeah.
He's done a lot, but he won't say he has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just a humble guy. Humble, good guy.
We had nice cupcakes too,
Um,
and we had Korean sticky ribs at finish.
so you
We did.
rode that on the
Oh yeah.
animal.
This was version 3 of the rodeo in the last 4 or 5 weeks.
Okay. What are the different variations that bike has been
First
through?
variation is what it will stay as most of the time, which was what I did Croatan.
Okay.
Variation 2 is I put my Revols and GP 5000 slicks, and I did a 40 miler. Don't look at my Strava because I didn't turn on my watch, but
Like a road bike setup.
I rode it as a road bike, and I was no faster or slower than my Cannondale. It was really windy on Monday because
Mhm.
we didn't record last week. I actually used my heart rate like a dork because it was blowing so hard out of the north. So I went all the way up just south of Prince Frederick. I never used speed anyway. But I kept my heart rate under like 140 the whole ride. I felt so good. I
Nice.
came home. I had the wind at my back, but so that was version 2. Version 3 is
Drum roll, please.
all it took me was a single speed spacer kit and a cog because of sliding dropouts, and I made a single speed. I turned in single speed. I ran a 42 up front and a 19 in the back. And
Is this your first long sort of like race / ride / event
on that,
single
yeah.
speed?
It's not Jess's crushed like way harder stuff on hers, especially when we did the planes that first time on her salsa. God, I would
On the storm chase?
never do that. More power to Jess. She's a beast. But I also threw my 47s on because I know last year, like that first road,
Mhm.
and I was flying as fast as I could down any descent on Sunday, but I couldn't go any faster because I couldn't pedal.
Couldn't pedal, you spun it out.
I was literally going as fast as my bike would let me, and I was like running into people that were like, hey, "Come on!" Like, I was running 47s at like 30 psi.
That gives you a ton of confidence.
That first road where you guys were all sketchy and you're sucking up your seat, a little pucker factor. I just flew.
Yeah.
But also Jess was mad at first because I think she forgot I was on a single speed, and like the first few rollers, I had to keep my momentum going.
Yeah.
And I was forced into doing the pace that I did.
Mm.
If I would have went back to like a 22th, it might have been a little better for us to not yo-yo.
We did okay.
Yeah.
We had a system worked out.
Yes, but I ride with my friend Rachel a lot, and she doesn't have to do all that. She rides right next to me the entire time.
Depends. Like I probably would have went to a 40-tooth up front or something. I would have gone back just a little bit because at the end, the little punchy climbs hurt.
That last one going up feedlot to the feedlot.
Oh yeah, that one.
I was with you on that one.
My arms hurt.
I could see
Everything
the pain.
hurt.
I could see the pain.
Yeah.
But you made it. You did it. You
And
did
that's
it.
where our friend Bruce was.
Yeah, and then we had to go down that long, like slow, and then
That one I did
big
hop
drop.
off.
Yeah, yeah.
And then just the one time, Bruce is like, "Hey," I'm like, "Hey, Bruce."
Look at Joey walking his bike. Let me get a picture of that.
Here, hold it up.
It was good to see Bruce.
Oh, it was awesome.
It was amazing to see Bruce.
Yeah.
We got some cool Bruce news coming up. I still haven't nailed down a moment with Bruce. I need people to message him
I told him about it at the event.
A moment with Bruce?
Yeah, I said brunching with Bruce.
Brunching with Bruce,
And
even
then
better.
we decided we were just going to meet up for brunch and record the podcast with him.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
We do that at Proteus.
Yeah, we can do that there.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
No, it was fun seeing Bruce out there, and Bruce is flying around on his 4-wheeler.
So when can you share news?
I'll do it next week.
Next week. Okay, next week we've got some news.
Some Bruce news.
It was an
If
experience.
you're in the
doing
know, it's not hard for you to figure
Yeah.
out what the Bruce news is. But
he's adopted me. It was an experience doing it on single speed, which was awesome.
Yeah.
And like I could totally see myself, and we talked about yesterday, like Croatan, we were going down as a powerhouse single speed. Chris and Alex are going back. We're going to take a whole corner of the speedway, and you can't stay with us if you're not on single speed.
not on single speed. Now, we were talking about this. Can I set my auto?
I think we could figure out yours.
Because
You could set yours as a single speed. Whether you have to use like Jess, if we did it on her crux, you might have to use a little chain tensioner, which is like a little half derailleur looking thing.
Okay, yeah.
That's where the sliding dropouts on the rodeo is nice,
Okay.
or any bike with sliding dropouts.
Otherwise, you're kind of stuck with what you can make work.
Unless there's bottom brackets that you can use that like it's like on a press fit frame or
Uh-huh.
certain bottom bracket standards allow you to use it's called an eccentric bottom bracket,
Okay.
where your hole is this big, but then you thread in this shell, but it's set for like a 24 millimeter, like a Shimano Holotech arm, but that arm is 24 millimeters in a 30 millimeter hole, and you can actually rotate the bottom bracket, which changes the
I see.
pitch of it.
I see. Okay, yeah.
And you can tension the chain within reason
Okay.
that way.
Okay. So it's basically it's almost like an offset on the bottom bracket.
Yeah, it'll
Like,
pivot. It'll do this little rocking thing,
Swings so
just
that
a
it
little
swings
bit,
it. Okay.
and you can get that last little bit of tension, so your
Okay.
chain doesn't fall off.
So if you wanted that subtle difference between like a 17, 18, 19, 20, you can find that.
Well, no,
sweet
if you
spot.
didn't have a sliding dropouts, you could
Right.
not have chain slack,
Right.
without using a chain tensioner.
Right. So you wouldn't be stuck with a
little
like
dangly bit.
like the 19 would be the only one you could use based upon where things fall.
Yeah, occasionally you can find the perfect ratio
Yeah.
for your bike, but
Roger.
yeah.
I'd give it a shot. I'd give it a shot.
So what was nice on the rodeo is I only rode around the parking lot. I never actually rode it in Joey fashion, but it took a whopping 10 minutes to convert because of the SRAM axis.
Nice.
It'd be like Jess's bike. Yeah, you just take off the derailleur
Nice.
and that's it.
So you would do it again, definitely then. Okay.
Jess did it on her.
A Crux.
And what tires were you running?
Terravales.
What size?
32s.
42s.
42s. I was so close.
I also rode my 42.
Oh, there we go.
Yep.
I didn't trust that 42 like I should have trusted that 42.
It's got a lot of cushion.
I know, and I remember when I rode, was it Croatan last year on those 40s? No, 50s. I think I rolled the 50s.
Oh,
last
yeah.
year. And it was like I felt like you couldn't have pushed me over, you know. So
Those would have been great this weekend.
yeah, they would
Where are
have
those at? Hanging up?
hanging up,
Yeah, those would have
Hanging
been
up.
great.
hanging up. That would have been a really good setup for this because I saw a lot of people rolling mountain bikes, and
I
I
rode 47s.
Yeah, our friend who had the chicken in the backpack had a mountain bike.
It is stumpy.
Yeah.
700 by 47s.
Yeah.
I would have done 50s had I had them.
Yeah.
I should buy those back off of you.
So post event, I thought that was really cool to be able to get back to the finish and just kind of like hang out and continue to see people rolling in. You never felt like there was okay, the event's over now. It was
no.
it was just this like low key. It was almost like it felt so comfortable. I think was a good way to describe it. It was just a comfortable race.
Well, we had a good seating arrangement, like right at the finish.
Right at the finish line.
Yeah, but like right also in the corner of like the cabin.
Yeah, sitting right there underneath
people watching.
sitting right under the awning and watching people roll through the finish line. That was kind of nice. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Oh, that was cool though. We got to see a lot of people, talk to a lot of people. That was just it was really
Had some great folks. I apologize. I didn't get everyone's name that came up and said they liked the podcast. Yeah. So I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Signed 7 autographs.
I'm already looking forward
Speeding tickets.
to next year. I'm looking forward to it.
Same. I actually really like the July event too because you could do the 20 still in the July event, which is really nice.
170-degree weather.
Yeah, but it wasn't
That's
bad.
fine.
It wasn't bad last
It's
year.
the humidity that gets
It
you.
was it was just staying on top of your hydrating game.
Yeah.
Shit
You
white
know,
people
I
say.
actually really like the July event because I love being able to volunteer all day on Saturday
Mhm.
and then ride the event on Sunday.
I like I said, I feel like in the April window, I'm always on a tour somewhere, and then in July, I'm always working that same week at ES Hard that they have that. So I've never been able to get to the venue before, and
Well, I'm
that
so
was
happy you came out.
so cool
I'm glad we did it all together.
to be able. Yeah,
You
right.
didn't think you were going to get stuck with us, did you?
No. In fact, when I talked to Alex, I was like, get me in, and whatever Jess and Joey are doing, I want to do that too, and that was kind of cool. It was a special kind of event. We've done a couple of really cool things this year.
Yeah.
Croatan was I would say had that magic quality
Probably
to
our
it.
last one because someone had to get married during unpaved.
I know, right? I can't help it. Not me.
Should have said no.
I
You cannot marry my daughter next year.
unless you change that date. Unless you swap that date out. So, folks, if you missed out on Gralley Cat this year,
Sucks to suck.
by all means, get in on the gravel race at the same venue in July, and definitely put yourself on the Facebook platforms and all of the things and watch for the Gralley Cat 2024 registration to open, right? That would be what
Yep.
we recommend.
I got me a Dirty Kitten gravel jersey.
Did you? That's right.
I did too. And you know me, guys, I don't like
Jess has
jerseys.
been wearing the
And I don't like jerseys, and I don't like pockets on my jerseys, and I think they
You got
all
a
feel
cat coming out of
really
your
tight.
pocket.
I do. I have a burrito. However, I am so proud that I get to wear that Dirty Kitten jersey and represent everything that Chris and Alex have put into what being a dirty kit means.
We need to get them back on here and have a chit
They're
chat.
too busy.
Gotta do it
know.
live.
They're
I
busy
know.
people.
Yeah, let's do it live. We'll do
Get
it.
Jess to take off work on a Monday.
And I would like to go bite the watershed
Okay.
because that was super fun.
I brought in the e-bike today, and they're watching us. The drones have landed in the window, and I almost threw my mountain bike on the bracket at the same time to bring to you today, along with the pedal drive. But I didn't want to overwhelm you with here's
I'm already
all of
overwhelmed. Don't worry.
here's all of Brian's broken stuff from his kayaks and his bikes. Can you fix them all?
It's okay.
But there's no rush on anything that I ever bring you. You know that, and I appreciate everything that you do for me.
Okay.
Strava Club.
Yes. Give me
I
3
did.
minutes.
I did do the Strava Club this week.
Dude.
I did it, and there is some disconcerting news in the Strava Club development.
Oh, hold on. Don't say it.
Did you go
Not
down
gonna
in
say it.
members?
I'm not going to say it. I'll let Joey
Let me
get to it. I'll let Joey get to it when he gets
Oh boy,
to
I
it.
see it. Bill Sheeran from Mount Carmel, Pennsylvania, with 140.4.
Good job.
Stephen Lawrence from Hutton, Texas, with 125.1.
Judge Stephen Martin.
And Kelly Riley from Wilmington, Delaware, not North Carolina, with 182.3. But we were down to 899.
Dum. Wonder who left. You should find them.
Find them and beat them. You did need 124.7 miles.
Yes.
I think I had 70 to 80 miles last week logged. That was a lot for Joey.
It is.
Strava.com/clubs/gravel travel dirt. If it was your friend that left, I'm not about narking. I do not believe in rats. I told Jess the last time I ratted out on someone, I was forced. I was in 7th or 8th grade.
People don't understand, but it was Joey's birthday yesterday. So we got to sit around and get to share our favorite Joey memories, because Joey has some very good memories that get me through days. Like,
here's a memory real quick. When I was in 8th grade, I was in band class and I had a substitute teacher come in drunk, but I didn't know. And she kept grabbing me by the neck and telling me she was going to, I'm going to kill. Like, it was kind of funny. And I thought nothing of it. Then my friend told our parents, and then cops got involved in everything, and that's that's the last time I had to rat on someone. I was forced.
You took him to Island Hideaway.
No, I didn't take him anywhere. I don't do anything for his birthday because he doesn't like it.
No, I like when people do this. I don't want people to go out of the way.
I took him.
We had a nice lunch.
I took him to lunch, and we had a harbor dog, and that was nice. It was nice to be able to just sit and chat casual. And
I don't want people to go out of their way, because sometimes I don't want my birthday to feel like I'm doing more to make other people feel good than just relax.
Well, you got to understand that people.
But I would go take a massage over at Hand and Stone.
See, there you go.
Back all. No, I'm just kidding.
Get that worked out.
Actually, it feels good.
Take a gummy and then sit there and have some.
Oh my god, that sounds like a good Tuesday afternoon.
That sounds like a good
walking out of work. Yeah,
any day afternoon.
My upper back. Who did?
It wasn't me,
wasn't
but I
me.
kept
It was
fanning
the
myself, and I
dog.
was like, "Holy moly, did that
dog.
smell terrible?"
The dog did that, I believe.
So I just like pulled a muscle in my rhomboid. That is potent. I didn't think I was going to ride on Sunday going into like Friday night.
Yeah, I know you were saying
it's still sore when I moved the right way, but I couldn't twitch.
Yeah.
I could twitch and be in pain on Thursday and Friday. I took Saturday off from doing the average Joe. I was like, and then I actually think sleeping in the rooftop a little bit firmer mat, it helped a little bit.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, but it didn't help falling out
Was
of
that
it.
before or after you fell out?
And only
Kids ask me at school, they're like, "Has anybody ever fallen out of that?" I was like, "Funny story. Yes, Joey did."
I had a lot of beer at Grindero and I never fell out.
That you know of. Okay, so there's some stuff. I guess Sea Otter was
It's the only industry show now.
just coming. So,
Besides Philly.
so I followed two things coming out of Sea Otter: Saris and Kuat. Saris, the write-ups that I read for them coming out of Sea Otter sounded like they are making very, very strident efforts to put themselves back on the correct road in the bike community. I know there was some concern because of the people that bought them being sort of this conglomerate thing. But you know that they kept everything is still being done in Wisconsin. They didn't change anything there. They're saying that right now they don't intend to change anything there. They are ramping up their external rep sales force to get further into strengthen ties with local bike shop communities as opposed to going direct to consumer. And they're just doing some cool things.
Well, you saw our parking lot today. It was
all
three Saris.
Yeah, Saris down the Rhine. So,
But
I find that interesting.
I got such a weird love-hate with Rax because I love what Kuat does, and I love Kuat's product, and I love talking to Lee and everything about Kuat, but then I also have the same side of, like, my customers like, Saris doesn't have that sex appeal, but Saris is made in Wisconsin.
Well, so
That's where the thing is with Saris with people.
So Kuat, this is the other piece that I
Kuat's
followed.
got some sweet product.
So Kuat is entering the overlanding market. Have you seen that?
I should have sent you that before it released. You would have felt special.
Oh man,
Yeah, I
that would
got
have been
the-
nice.
Their tailgate pads and their little shell thing.
Their little shell thing.
Their
Their
piston.
so the new piston. I find this kind of funny. They're calling it the less expensive lean version. Still retails at $1,100.
There's no Kashima on it.
Yeah, no Kashima, and what was the other thing that's missing? The LED tail
Doesn't
lights.
have the lights in
Doesn't have the tail
Kashima.
lights.
So it's still $200 more than my
Yeah,
VHS or
their lean economy version of the Kuat rack is $1,100. It is cool. I'm going to give you that. The pistons. That's the
Oh,
cool
yeah.
factor is wow.
the Piston Pro with the Kashima and lights.
Mhm.
Genius.
So I think we talked about this. I did go to
Oh, yeah.
and I just bought another rack. I got a single flush mount one up to go on my rack next to my rooftop tent,
Yes.
so I can carry a single
Should have
bike.
waited for the whole setup for the Kuat.
No, I don't have all that kind of Kuat money.
Did you see the Piston Pro single mount next to their frame thing?
Oh yeah, I did.
It sits off the side of the truck.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
I don't
Scary.
need that though. I don't
You
need
can't go through drive-thrus with that.
that. Yeah, you can't. You're not trying hard
Spicy
enough.
nuggets are back.
You're not trying hard enough.
Yeah.
So I just thought that was interesting that, Saris, the Inras, we worried so much, and I had that past relationship with Saris, and, you worry about what in the world's going to happen now that they get bought by this conglomerate that's going to come in and bought it out of receivership, and what are they going to do with the company? Where are they going to take it? Is it going to be an Amazon product and cut rate and made in China and all that kind of stuff? But sounds to me, again, anything can change. These are just words. So people will believe what you do, Saris, not what you say. You need to follow through now.
Yeah, 'cause
Yes,
I heard-
I am sure they are listening right now, and they are like,
You'd be surprised. We're almost more famous here than Captain Kangaroo.
I actually have some Saris contact people that, well, they're no longer with Saris, but that I know listen to
They
the
used to be
podcast. They used to
Saris.
be Saris people that listen to the podcast.
Alex is a Kuat ambassador.
yes.
Kuat, those piston racks, those
Kuat
are
takes
really,
care
really
of us
cool.
as a shop.
And I one of my very first hitch mounted tray racks was a Kuat, and it was years and years and
Had 4 of
years
them.
ago. And I will never forget. I had a problem with it, and you can tell a lot about a company when you have a problem with their product. And it wasn't nothing major, but to be able to call them and talk directly to the lead technical engineer guy who walked me through what the issue was, realized the problem, knew exactly what it was, and sent the parts to fix it. And I had them within a couple of days. That says a lot about the company.
Oh, Kuat's got the best
So-
customer service ever.
So I cannot say anything bad about Kuat, but you do got to have some deep pockets there.
Well,
Wait.
my rack's almost $1,000 rack.
Yeah.
That ain't no pretty penny either.
No.
I got a screaming deal on that thing, and I love it.
You got the MHS,
MHS.
modular hitch system.
Yeah, it's the up-to-date version of yours.
Yeah.
It's and they're supposed to apparently start coming out with the accessories for it again that got held up.
Oh, because of
Supposed to be
COVID.
able to because I can take that apart real easy and
Mhm.
reconfigure it. And it's supposed to be little boxes and grills and shit you can put on.
And you can extend it out, like add it, make it a
Yeah, I need to add my
3 bike, or
3.
4 bike, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the way they do it is the one-up style because I can add my 3rd and it's a tiered. It's
Mhm.
yours is already actually tiered anyway, but
mine's tiered. Yeah, the tiered for the 1 and the
I think
2.
it's solid. It's like Jess can throw a bike on and don't worry about it.
I have had that thing. How long have I had that rack now? Probably.
We're in 2019 before that
Yeah.
year of unpaved.
Yeah, I've probably had it 4 or 5 years,
Mhm.
and it's held up just like. It's showing its
You
signs
have
of
a nice
age.
rack.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Jessica completely.
Jess has got a new car on the way. It'd be nice to get her a sweet rack for that.
Sweet rack for a sweet ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet Jess getting a sweet rack for.
Jess is gonna have the most
ride.
badass car. It'd be like kids are coming to school, and be like, "Wow,
I know.
she's like, she must be doing some hood rat stuff. She's cool."
I've seen pictures of this car you're getting. You want to share? You want to share?
It's just a new sport cross check, but it looks pretty badass. It's not the Wilderness. We weren't waiting for the Wilderness,
Beautiful color.
but it's also the
clean,
car they
pretty
used
car.
as a teaser for the Wilderness. So I thought it was the Wilderness at first.
Yeah.
It's just
Nice.
It's to say, she already has a cross check. This is just a little bit safer.
It's got a little lift to it.
Also hasn't hit a deer.
So
There's no kill count on it.
watch you reset the kill count to 0.
But a nice rack on the back of that car would look good.
Oh yeah, got to be all black. Got to be all black.
The new piston.
Yeah, that's what you need.
Yeah.
You need the new piston, but you need to go to the.
You need it at shop manager EP pricing.
Okay.
It's our adventure mobile. She's taking that thing. I told the lady at Subaru because we were waiting over a year for her hybrid, which Subaru's not making a hybrid for 2024, which is weird.
Well, that's really strange.
I just think they're delayed launching. But I was like, my wife's got a mountain bike camp in July that she hasn't talked about yet on the podcast. I was like, so she needs her car by then.
We've had a lot of stuff that we've got.
So we were the
coming up.
first order at Annapolis for that car because I literally ordered it the day it came out.
Oh, sweet. And how long was that taking?
Over here, June 3rd or something.
June 3rd.
Yeah. So if we could really use some Patreon supporters.
You guys want to do this or that?
Yes.
Let's do some.
Yes, I would like to do that.
You want to re-participate in the?
Yes, I would like to
conversation?
re-participate because I have no idea what people are talking about. I was stamping my head with this beer topper.
I know, and I wanted to make that stop happening. That's why I was like, let's stop talking about whatever we're talking about
Your
now.
kids would be like, you think you drink? When she got back from cat camp and went to school, no, she went to Pete.
Oh, she was all bruised
went to
up?
the doctor. They had to ask her if I was abusing her.
Well, they always ask me that. It's like, is anybody at home? They always ask you that anymore. Isn't that like a regular doctor question now anymore?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's always that's a regular doctor question anymore. Okay,
I'm too
Jess,
ticklish to fight Jess.
first item: dirty kitten or clean dog?
Well, I have a dirty dog, but he's very happy. And I have some nice dirty kitten friends. But when I was showing my students my pictures from my adventure weekend, they're like, how many of these people wear those cat ears? Like, why would those people do that? Like, do they know they're not cool? And I was like, false. They're the best cool ever. Like, yeah. But middle schoolers, it's different. Like, it's not cool to ride with cat ears on, but when you're a grown adult and, you have no like.
They don't realize when you get older, dorky is cool.
Yeah, dorky
and
is
cool is a fool.
So I have gotten, for some reason, I have 2 cats, and one of our 2 cats has decided it's fun to get in the shower while you're showering. I've never seen a cat like want to get in the shower, like get in the water. But this cat has begun, and it's just happened of late. You have to actually literally run the cat out of the shower to actually be able to take a shower. So I think I have a clean cat. So I'm going to go with like that. Jess went with the dirty dog. I'm going to go with a clean cat. We're mixing them up. It's just making
very
up.
confused. She
we're just
left.
making up her.
She thought Blake was bad. Blake was
what
fine.
She was doing. We've lost Jess. Jess has left the building.
The closest thing I like to cats is Dirty Kitten. Although there are some very cute cats. I just don't think I could own a cat.
Cats are very like you don't own a cat. That's where you're
I own
wrong to
you.
begin with. You don't own a cat.
I am very much a dog person.
Cats own you.
But I do think it'd be fun to have a cute little cat and with a dog, like that combo.
Mhm.
Dirty, clean, whatever you want to be. My dog's never clean.
We had
We live on the creek. He's in the mud.
we had at one point I think 3 cats and 2 dogs because the kids would collect these things, and we had a dog that was like we had this tomcat that was like an indoor outdoor cat, and one of the dogs used to run up to that cat and grab a hold of his tail with his mouth and drag the cat across the floor by its tail. I mean, sometimes cats are just so tolerant of.
Yeah, I'll say, I think my experiences with cats, I dated a crazy woman who had
Was the horse
after
lady?
like 15 years, decided her outdoor cat was going to be an indoor cat.
You can't do that.
But there's some cats I'm like, they have like no braking limit like that.
Yeah, cats can be genuinely goofy.
Blake's like that. I don't know what Blake's breaking point is because it's like I have to drag him across the grass with his harness on because he just throws a fit.
Okay, Jess, I think we're going to start off on the second one. Whenever you're ready, we're going to jump back into another this or that. That was well timed.
Yes.
Joey and I just flowed that. We're pro. We just flowed that conversation right on through until you.
Joey doesn't understand, but when he's in the outside seat, he's in charge.
I
of taking
also
care of the dog.
understand that our
this
dog
worked.
was fine.
This worked beautifully. Jess, would you rather ride with cat ears or ride with a tutu?
ride with both.
Oh, would ride with a tutu?
I would so ride with it.
Well, then we need to absolutely get you a tutu.
Of course, Ted has a tutu, and Alex has a tutu.
It is a tutu.
But I have no tutu.
You're tutu-less.
I am tutu-less, so I need one, and I want to make it like puffy, like an actual ballerina tutu.
Okay.
Like ballerina tutus go very far out wide.
What color would your preferred tutu be?
I would like it multicolored.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Would I be allowed to ride as a tomcat? Would I be allowed to ride with cat?
You go on
I don't know.
Pinterest.
The tomcat thing hasn't been approved yet, so you guys
It was approved in some sort of fashion.
Alex said yes.
Alex said, but we didn't get an official nod to the
You
name.
can go on Etsy and buy yourself some cat ears.
So I would want. See here,
You need a lion's mane.
I would change the color palette though for a tomcat because a tomcat should be orange.
I was thinking orange would be good.
Yeah, orange. I want orange cat.
Maybe
ears.
I'll just pull my hair through the
You
helmet.
could so do that.
It'll look
You
like-
could so do that. Absolutely. Why have we not thought about that before? Oh my goodness. Okay. But I would also probably ride with a tutu, but probably not. I think it would get caught up and it would just be a hassle. I would definitely rock me some cat ears though. Joey? Well, I think you just answered.
I'd wear both with Jess,
Okay.
but I want some rhinestones on my jersey too
Oh, nice.
and helmet.
You
we
would
can
be
find a
flashy.
bedazzler.
Yes.
I want to rhinestone my new helmet. Oh my gosh, that is a great idea. Yeah. I'm going to Hobby Lobby.
So a lot of people have been rhinestoning things because of the Taylor Swift Eras tour.
Okay, you lost
So-
me now.
Oh,
No
is
more
she into
rhinestones.
rhinestoning?
Yes, so
Okay.
there's a lot of I've watched videos of people rhinestone things. So
Everything that's old is new again.
I'm
You
ready.
rhinestone cowboy.
Jess, Kitten Crusher Bourbon or Kitten Crusher Hammer Gel?
I hate hammer gels. Gross, yuck. Even if hammer gel was like, here's $1 million and you must drink our product and leave teaching and we'll give you health insurance, then I would still say bourbon.
Okay, so if I could get that deal from Hammer Gel, I'm open. Hammer Gel, I'm available for that. $1 million, drink Hammer Gel, whatever you need me to do.
I'd run around naked covered in hammer gel for $1 million.
Let people rub it all over my body.
Why not?
I did like the bourbon, though. The bourbon at the top of Kitten Crusher was on point. So, excellent bourbon.
My friends up at top of the Kitten Crusher were the best part. All of my best
Chris
friends
and
were
Emma?
there. Chris and Emma and Julie. Holy
Mhm.
moly.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Julie's so nice. She's always encouraging me to try harder things.
Good to see her leg healing up nicely.
Yes.
I know she hasn't got back on the bike yet, but that'll happen. Joey?
I didn't like my banana hammer gel, but I do. So the hammer's got some like blackberry. They got some good flavors of gel. I don't need a lot of gels anymore. Basically, just syrup.
See, you wouldn't take the deal either.
I would.
You would, he would take the deal in a heartbeat.
God, I would do it for.
Joey's just about to say I would do it for $20.
I mean, I'd do it for $1,000. What you just said about yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be easy.
absolutely. Easy money. Anything. It doesn't matter.
Golly, I get Titanium Rodeo Labs. That bourbon was really good.
It was. And he could,
I told the guy, I was like, I don't know if it's because I can't really talk right now. I'm out of breath. I have a parched whatever palate. I was like, but I taste peanut butter in here. And I was like, I'm trying not to offend you. Like, it's delicious. I forgot to find them after. I would have got a little bottle.
oh yeah. He disappeared. He was gone. I didn't.
He went to the finish line, but we also didn't like fully hang out.
We didn't really.
We
do
had
the
our, we
finish
went to
line.
the, yeah.
Yeah.
No, we did.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of people. But that bourbon whiskey stuff, whatever it was, whatever they classify it, was delicious.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't think as much as I like that stuff, I'm not a person to drink mid ride. I mean, a little shot.
Oh, a little shot. Just
Yeah,
a
no,
little,
just like-
just a little burn is nice.
Yeah, definitely had a little burn, and I'm usually
Yeah.
pretty good at that, and it kind of burned.
No, so a little.
I was
That
pretty
little burn
depleted.
feels good.
Yeah.
Feels good. It was just nice little.
Slow burn.
Yeah. Okay, the last one. You kind of, if you know, you know. Left or right?
Left, right, center.
Left, right, center. That's a fun game.
It is a fun game. I have that in my classroom.
Do you really?
Yeah, because it's
Do you
fun.
make money on the kids?
No, but it's
that's a
fun.
gambling game. Left, right, center.
It's a fun game.
No creek bucks.
Right, because I know to the right is loose gravel, but I know to the left is the Kitten Crusher.
Yeah. it's
Like
up
I
there.
know that, you know.
Yeah, I did not know going in, And I am so glad that once again, Joey had the helm, and we went right. And so it's just my advice. It was just the perfect solution because, yes, you're right. It was loose gravel, but coming down that sweet, sweet descent from Kitten Crusher all the way to the finish at the end of the day.
Now, Alex and Chris, I might be wrong with this. However, I think when you do the gravel ride in July, I think you end on the right side.
You do the climb first.
So you do the climbing first.
Okay.
Yes.
That makes sense. I think I'd rather do the climb. If I have to do the climb, I'd rather do the climb at the beginning of the day. But it was so nice to not have to do the climb at the beginning of the day.
Says the guy with 22 speeds.
What's up with your hair? What have you done over there, Leia? Princess Leia?
This is a fantasy.
Okay, Joey, I know I know you chose right, so
that's cute.
Right is it, right?
Right, yeah. I had one gear. Wasn't going left. And right, it's fun and flowy, and those 47 just floated all over that loose rock. You just got to put an egg between your hand and the bars on that stuff and just go.
Yeah.
Let the bike guide you. If it guides you into the trees, that's so be it. Just watch out.
The bike's choice.
Yeah.
The bike has made its decision.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the way that it is.
It's probably a bird that put you there, some drone. But
if you haven't figured out what we're talking about, one of the things with Gralley Cat is you pick your own adventure. So you
don't pick left right off the
Don't pick left. You want to go right. Just go right. Just mark my words. That's the way to do it. Okay. Anything else that we've forgotten about Gralley Cat that we want to just revisit?
Thank you to Chris and Alex for hosting such an amazing event.
Absolutely. Hands down. Outstanding.
The next Mid-Atlantic gravel event is Gravista. Early May.
Mm-hmm.
Is it May 13th?
I know that's one that the Outsiders have a large presence.
The 30 seems like entertaining, but no, I mean, it's freaking hilly down there. Yeah. It's not hilly. It is straight up Appalachia.
Yeah. Beautiful country.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What is considered Appalachia?
Appalachia is going to be anything within the Appalachian mountain range, which stretches from, I believe, sort of eastern New York all the way probably down into northern Georgia.
So your Shenandoah Mountains.
Yeah. The Shenandoah Mountain Range is a part of Appalachia.
That's what
the Appalachian Mountains.
Yeah.
It's a pretty wide and long.
I've just been hearing that word a lot lately over the last few months. It's kind of fun. Yeah.
Anything? Okay, let's call it a day. Let's shut this thing down. You want to shut it down?
We have Travis next week.
Travis Olson from Gruss next week.
We've delayed. My fault. I've delayed him multiple weeks. Sorry, Travis.
No, that's my fault. It's because I had my mouth surgery and really ripped me up.
And then I scheduled the boy. I think Wednesday is our shop rides now for the employees. So
we got kind of twisted up sideways. So it's
okay.
We'll talk to Travis next week, and we'll get all the inside details.
Travis will talk to us.
Rusk. Thanks, everybody, for listening to this episode of Mid-Atlantic Gravel, Travel, and Dirt. If you enjoyed the podcast, maybe head on over and buy a T-shirt or a sticker pack like some people have been doing lately. We've sold some
you've been selling sticker packs.
Sticker packs.
I also got another revision of your book.
Yep. And I do have the final revision is now available. We should actually.
You should do an episode where you read that.
Was it Gabe read?
Yeah.
Had to listen to Joe Bennett read her autobiography on The Office. Yeah. No, I'm not going to do that. There's been some talk of Ted doing a artistic reading though at a coffee shop.
I'll do it slam poetry style.
Yeah. Oh, that would be fun. I would actually pay money to see that. So slide on over to the website that Joe's going to give you in a minute, and you can check out the T-shirts. You can check out the sticker packs, and I think there's even a link to the book over there. I think as well. If you want to check out a book on bikepacking.
Yes.
How can folks get in touch with us, Joey?
Well, only a couple people touched me this weekend at Gralley Cat. Yeah,
I touched you.
I
tried to lock you up in your rooftop tent. You went up to change, and I tried to fold the ladder up on it.
Our website is graveltraveldirt.com. Our Instagram is at MidAtlanticGTD, or come visit me in the store.
Mid-Atlantic Gravel, Travel, and Dirt, recorded right here in Blake's kitchen. Thanks, everybody, for riding along. Until next time, do good, be nice, go slow, respect others.
Bye.
Love you, 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 bye.